Crossfade Commons. Verse, voice, and witness. Another Stays In production.
Welcome to Afterglow Sundays. I'm your host, Big Crave, Crossfade Commons, the current, brought to you by Stays In Verse. I am your host. Welcome. Welcome today. Welcome to a new beginning, a new venue on life, a new venue on hearing, a new venue on learning. What is the current? Today, I'm joined by Miss Lady and AK, two beautiful co-hosts that I love very dearly. How are you today?
Doing just fine. Doing well. How are you?
I am doing awesome today. Awesome. It is a very beautiful day. Very, very beautiful day. It is a wonderful time, wonderful season for growth and abundance. AK, how are you today?
I am well. I have no complaints. I see it.
That's good. You know, if you're joining us while you're having your coffee, if you're just somewhere having lunch, if you're somewhere in a deep conversation somewhere and you happen to run across this, you found a current. And I'm going to simply leave that there. That's what you found. It's such a settling thing for us to come here and actually be together in this space to welcome you. And I truly do know that this is something that will be on your menu for years to come. It will be on your menu. It will be an idea. It will be a thought. It will be a perspective. It'll be challenging. It'll be innovative. And it will also be fun. Oh, we are in for a treat today. We are in a treat for the day. You know, if I had to ask this one question to the room or to Miss Lady or AK or to you that's out there listening now. Oh, man. What did y'all really do this week? Like, what was happening this week? Like, just a general conversation. What really happened this week for you that was inviting or challenging, or you can really put a pin in it? And I'll leave that to Miss Lady.
Me and EDJ were in the Monroeville parade with our dojang, CS Kim, Roddy. Let's go. I'm just saying, like, that was yes. Sabanim Master Leach was out there. All of our wonderful peers there, and I mean, we had a ball. It was wonderful. Unfortunately, due to the wonderful heat, we were not able to do our demonstration. However, we were out there with the community. We do it every year. If you were out there and you want to join, hit us up. No, don't hit us up. Your contact the wonderful school on Monroeville. It's a wonderful thing. There were a lot of kids out there who said that they always wanted to be in karate. It's Tung Sudo, but we'll let you get away with that. So yeah, definitely hit them up and be a part of it.
Beautiful.
I'm not being paid for this.
I know. And we're
Free promotion.
Hey,
listen. You know, we've been in it for a long time, so it was a fantastic day. So yeah,
that seems that's beautiful. That seems that's a beautiful thing. AK, what has occupied you this week? What were you?
Ooh, child. Between my granddaughter and my big puppies who don't know they're big now, we had a lot going on. Had the parade. She got to be in the parade. So
pictures or it never happened.
Huh?
Pictures or it never happened.
I got pictures.
All right.
Oh, got pictures. All right.
But she enjoyed herself. So I think she'd rather not be in the parade so she can get all the candy. But
yeah. My thing was for this week was my grandbabies yesterday. I got to actually visit my grandchildren yesterday after a while, and it was so
invigorating.
Oh man, so beautiful. The youngest one is the one that gravitated gravitates toward me, the youngest grandbaby. Okay.
Mhm.
How old?
And she's I think she's 3. I think she's 3. And you know, she has just given me this newfound identity on grounding, on being one with nature, because I watched her play yesterday. And what was so profound about it was she was just in her own little world. Just all the other kids were active, moving, you know, hey, granddaddy, oh, granddaddy, you know. But she was like in the grass, feeling the grass, smelling the
In
grass.
her own little world.
You know what I mean? Running down. I got on her little skates and walked her down, and she would look at me. But the most interesting thing was, you know, I wear a lot of jewelry. I wear rings and stuff. Got my beads on, and she was just looking at, so intrigued by the stones. And I have it like this amethyst stone, and she was just so intrigued by it. Just kept looking at it and touching it, and I wondered something. I said, "What is this? What is this actually saying to me?" And how creativity, numbers, information, what are you processing? And how was she processing what she was processing? And it just dawned on me. You know, it really did dawn on me about numbers. Like, why am I noticing numbers? You know, Miss Lady, I have to say, in audience, I have to say that numbers have been really inviting space in my head, in my aura, in my being. Numbers, man. And I was like, what in the world is this? Numbers. What is this, man? What are these numbers, man? And the crazy thing is that it didn't leave me. It hadn't left me. It didn't leave me. These numbers. Let me segue into this. I was looking at something, current data. I used some AI assistants, and I was watching something, Miss Lady and AK. I was watching the crime rate, just for the FBI. Okay, y'all stay with me for a minute. I'm going somewhere. I'm just talking about numbers now, right? So I'm kind of giving us a springboard to jump in the pool. And what happened was that I was looking at the crime rates, and check this out now. I know y'all tripping. Don't trip on me. I swear. Overall totals by race. We're not talking about convictions. We're just talking about just the police having to come and straighten some things out, okay? Because we love our police. We love, you know, our people who do what they do, especially in those lower forms of government office. They have a challenging job. I believe training and all those things should be important. But just with the rest, by race, our Caucasian souls were at 67.6% of all the arrests. These were Caucasians. Among our melanated people, along us, African Americans, it was 27.9%, 27.9. Native Americans, Alaskans, it was just only 2.8%. Asian, 1.3%. And anybody from any other race of people was not even 0.3%. And it got me thinking. And I posed the question, Miss Lady, what does those numbers really mean? I'll ask you. 67% of all arrests were done by non-melanated people. What does that mean, in your opinion?
I think the numbers speak for themselves. I think that
Agreed.
I think that, well, I mean, literally the numbers speak for themselves. It says that it matters who you get your news from. It matters who you get your information from. I mean, those of us, like I spend a lot of time watching documentaries. I've done it my whole entire life. I spend a lot of time watching not just the documentaries, but you know, nonfiction reading. For whatever reason, I think it's because of the field that I'm in, you know, reading about serial killers, which our society is now interested in. However, it's been a thing since the 60s, 70s. And
even before that.
Well, I just wanted to do that because I know that we have some younger generations who do not know that these years exist. But however, you know, sociopathy, the pathologies, psychopathy, you know, these things are things that those of us who are in these various fields, we already knew some of the things that people are now. It's now a little bit more prevalent and out there because of social media. However, the thing that I will say, and then just stop talking about, and you can kind of think about this over the course of this week, the lady who was on social media, it's now kind of circulating a lot, and I think it should reverberate in people's brains, is that around about 10 years ago this actually started to come around, and it wasn't any news to me. And as a matter of fact, EDJ could talk about it some, but the number one trait in high-powered CEOs in the profit sector was some of these symptomologies.
Ooh.
In those two different columns of sociopathy and psychopathy. And now it's being talked about a lot that in some of the other sectors, that's kind of what you're seeing. And again, this is not news. It's not. If you look at the symptomology and the DSM, diagnostic, yada, 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 it makes sense. So I'll just say again that the numbers speak for themselves.
A beautiful, and I like where you segued into that numbers don't lie. Put it like this. Jay-Z said, people lie, numbers don't. And I love that quote. And I was looking at something else, and I was going a little further, and I just want to put this interesting point out there. Violent crime arrests. I'm just going to use this. Violent crime arrests, just from the FBI index, which has been a pattern since 2018. And I need to put this out there. Since, listen, the current, listen. Since 2018, these numbers have been steadily increasing among a certain demographic of people. For violent crimes, Caucasians commit more violent crimes than any other race. I'm just saying that. For property crimes, listen to this, damage just to property, their numbers, 67% for Caucasians, 30% for African Americans, and all other races minus 3%. Y'all didn't hear me. Minus 3%. And the context of this is very important, because the context of this says that this category is only done in statistics. Now, like you said, the information or how you're fed this information might not be the same in Idaho as it is here. Yeah. It might not be the same in Pennsylvania as it is in Texas. It might not be. Those numbers, it might not mean anything. But still, those numbers tell a different truth. And since this transition to this new system that they're doing, and I really don't know how to categorize that, like murder, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, violent sexual crimes, motor vehicle theft, across the board, one race. And I'm just saying, across the board. So what does this tell me about the analytics of things? What does this tell me how important this is? Now, I'm going to segue into something else. Water supply. Let's say this. I know this is a subject that's very, very dear to some of our people. Water supply. Listen to this quote. This quote. It depends on, this is what AI told me. It depends on whether you're asking about globally or domestically. Globally, there's no diminishing in water supply. Domestically, there is a diminish in clean, fresh, usable water. Why is this? And I'll pose the question to you, AK, and then Miss Lady. Why do you think this is so? In local water supplies, it's saying it's diminishing. But globally, these numbers, we're dealing with numbers. Why is that a factor now? In water supply, just fresh, clean, regular water, there's a shortage in it. Why do you think that is?
Well, there's a lot of pollution. People don't take care of the land. People don't take care of the environment like they used to. That's one of the reasons. I know here where I am, Marlin, Texas, we have that issue. We have gone weeks without water.
Say that again. Hold on. Pause for a minute.
Yeah, I need y'all to go back because y'all have
Yeah.
had this issue for months, if I'm not mistaken,
We've
right?
had this issue for years.
Okay.
What?
We've
Yeah,
had this issue for
that's
years.
the problem.
Wow.
The last time we were without water for like 3 weeks, I literally was putting buckets outside, like the toes that you buy to store things. I literally was putting those outside because luckily we had heavy rain, and I was using that to flush my toilet for 3 weeks.
But we're not a quote unquote. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, go ahead.
Right. We had so many groups coming in to deliver bottles of water so the town itself could have water, and then trying to get the water to people who couldn't get it, like you're disabled or you're elderly. That was a whole nother issue. But yeah, we've done that several times. And it's because they haven't fixed the water system here. They continue to pour money into it. We once used to have a water bill of $45 a month. Now, my water bill for water that I can't drink and cook with is $138 a month. It's steady going up. They literally just did another increase. It was $105. They did another increase, about 3 months ago? And now it's $138 a month for water that I can't cook and and drink. I still have to buy water. So think about the 138, might as well say 140 that I'm spending to pay for water. I'm still having to spend another $50 to $60 just to buy water to cook with it, and sometimes even more depending on what all you have going on or how many in your household. I'm still having to buy water to cook with, to drink. Yeah.
Wow. This lady. Do you think, Miss Lady, that it's because of the groundwater is depleting, or is it drought? Is it rising temperatures? Is it changing the precipitation patterns? Is it severe in just some regions? Is it where the river flows? Is it the reservoirs? What do you think it is, Miss Lady? What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of different answers for that. I was actually just talking to Angel Kim about this, I think, last week. So I've had a lot of different jobs. I was very fortunate to work in different sectors since the age of 16. As a matter of fact, at the age of 16, I was in the Pittsburgh Job Corps Center, and I worked for Clean Water Action. Shout out Clean Water Action. It was downtown Pittsburgh at the age of 16. And I don't think I actually realized how important it was then, but that was my first, many moons ago. I don't think I understood. Like, it was like clean water, right? I thought that it was just a global issue. Didn't really understand clean water, right? And here we are, back today, talking about clean water. And that was why, like, I'm talking to Angel Kim last week, and I'm going, ironically, it's ironic how these job opportunities I had back in the days are coming back around now. Yeah. And, I remember the orientation that I had with them, and, they're talking about, how, certain communities don't have access to clean water, and how that comes about, the pollution, literally and it's weird because, again, here we are, and you're asking this question, right? Like, who would have thought that all these many years later? So the answer to that is there are a lot of answers, right? I mean, we thought that we were just talking about Michigan,
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
while back, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
come to find out, there are more reasons for this. Go ahead, do some research, because we don't have all day, unfortunately, here. But do
Mhm.
some research, and I did talk. See, people think that I'm psychic. I'm not psychic. It's literally pattern recognition, and then getting your news from the correct sources, observation, and then not going, oh, they can't do that, and then
Mm.
just kind of, turning your head the other way. In around 2021, 2022, when some folks were saying people are buying water supplies,
Yes.
and then folks were going, nah.
Right. Right. Right.
And then
Yeah.
some of us
Yeah.
went,
Yeah.
whatever. And then we started preparing
Preparing. Yes.
and said, come see us in a few years when
Mhm.
you find out we were right. We don't say I told you so. We
We don't
say
say,
come see us
come
and
see
we'll
us.
help you out.
Yes. Yes.
Now before it gets worse. Okay, so anyhow, so when we start talking about years ago, and it's funny because we said this years ago, we said check the state and the municipality laws for where you're at, because there are people who are actually being prosecuted and fined for collecting water on their own property. And then people told us we were crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've seen clips from that. There was a gentleman somewhere that was
Well,
actually.
hold on, because if you're talking, I don't want to cut you off, but if you're talking about the same person,
Mhm.
there are some other details.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, having said that,
Mhm.
what
Gotcha.
I will say is, so that's the other problem. The other
Gotcha.
problem is that on social media,
Yeah.
unfortunately, there are, when you forward along things and you don't, because you think you don't have to check it out, because of course the person who is, and I will say that unfortunately sometimes I do it too, which is why I say I will forward things, I will repost things. It is your responsibility to
Mhm.
not assume that I mean, I don't know it all.
Mhm.
If I put it on, if I put it on my actual stories, then that
Mhm.
means I am more
Mm.
likely to believe that it's
Mhm.
true.
That's right.
If I
Yeah.
take the time to write something, like that
Mhm.
means I actually I tapped on the screen and wrote something like, see, or, oh my gosh, look, then that meant that I checked that baby out and it checks out. You know what I mean? Then some folks, and I love this. I don't know what their screen name is off the top of my head, but there's some other folks out there with some bigger accounts that will hit me up and say, did you check this out or something else? And I will engage with them in the DMs, and then we'll converse. And I will go back and double check, and then and we have a very good relationship in the DMs. I'm okay with double checking some stuff, but like I said, there's a process, because I'm not checking everything. There are some things I find interesting, and I will pass it on. There are some things I find interesting, I put it in my stories. There are some things I find interesting, put it in my stories, go, yep. If you have a question, hit me in the DMs. I'll go verify what I double check to make sure, and then respond back. So to get back to what you asked about the water, yes, it is absolutely true that we have aquifers drying up. There are several lakes and rivers that are, now this is not about fear mongering. This is literally about the actual truth. Every year or every so often, we do have our natural water sources that dry up naturally. The problem is that this year they have dried up more, or they have gone bone dry, and that is not normal. That's the problem. The problem is that, so people are going out there and they're saying that, yeah, so it's actually, it's gone down. It usually does. The problem is, did it do that more often? Did it do it quicker than it? See, these are some other. So again, if anybody is interested in fact-based things, I actually did, I studied research. When I say I studied it, I mean I actually got with my university go pit twice because I graduated twice. Loved research. That's my heart. The real research, not blog research, not go to Google research, like literally. Stop thinking everything that you see on social media. I know I do this every episode, but stop thinking everything that you see on social media is actually factual. Some of it has some facts to it. And I'm not saying that the people who are putting it up or the people who are forwarding it mean any harm. It's literally akin to, I heard this, so I'm passing it on. So as far as the water crisis globally, that's why we always have to look at it. It is micro, meso, macro. Micro is individual, meso is community, macro is larger than all of those systems. And we look at it, for those of us who are in America, we think America is the world, and it is not. There are a lot of things that policies in America that are not policies elsewhere. And so that is why, just like there are things that are negatively impacting other countries that don't affect us here, the same is true. The inverse is true as well. So China does have some very good policies. China has some other policies as well. It's the same thing with any neighborhood. There's good and there's bad and there's indifferent. And so I want to say that I do not have all of the answers for every region. I think every region has good, bad, and indifferent. But I will say that if you look at some of the policies that China has, and I'm going to say this again, do not clip any parts of what I say, because thank you. I think that the part that what China has done as far as putting the data centers or what have you underwater, yes, there are going to be people who disagree with how they handled it. There are people who disagree with everything. However, the evaporation rate is far less of an impact on the pollution than it is if you do it the way that a lot of the population in America is disagreeing with. So again, there is nothing that can be done in the world that everybody's going to agree with. Let's just be really honest. People are going to find something wrong with everything. However, that is why there is a difference between what we're doing on a global scale, because globally, if you look on Stay Zen Verse, if you look on our IG page, globally, there's a lot that's going on that's really, really good.
Yes,
a lot of countries.
I would agree.
I
would agree.
Check it out. On a week-to-week basis for June, I think it was May and June, we put down a lot of countries that are getting things right in a lot of areas: food, medical, mental health, wellness, awareness. See, I keep trying to.
It feels like mental healthness.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
If you are concerned about like what's going on a global scale, that's what we did there. And why did I stop for July? Because I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what we have coming for the platform. Thank you.
I love that segue into that. And I was looking at some things. I think it was yesterday evening. I was on the Stays in Verse. Hint, 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 quote, 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 pointer, 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 pointer. And I was looking at something about scarcity, and I was like, wait a minute. I said, is there real? And we're still with numbers. And I was saying, what? Is there actually a scarcity mindset coming? Are we prepared for that? The dog says, yeah, we're getting prepared. The dog just told me, I hear. The dog said, are we really preparing for this, or is it just a mindset? I know I'm in the vein. I'm here. Like I am a person that's learning that if you do research, if you understand the patterns, if you understand the signals, if you understand what is actually having, then you might not pay attention to it until it really affects you. Mhm. And I'm seeing now through patterns, through numbers, through analytics that a lot of things are affecting my dollar. Let me go a little slower. I'll say it a little slower. I'm finding that these patterns are affecting my dollar. I'm gonna let that breathe just a second. I don't like dead air, so I'm not gonna have it, but just let that marinate for a second. Put that in the sauce and toss that. My dollar now.
Is it not going as far as it used to?
I'm looking at some
It ain't
numbers.
stretching.
I don't have a scarcity mindset. Let's just be clear, okay?
Mhm.
Because I deal with some very informative sources. I have some very, very informative sources of abundance that keeps me constantly fed with positive information. Hint, hint. So with this positive information that I get on, stays in verse. Oh God, the rhythm, the signal, the current. What I get from this stays in verse. I'm getting information about how to use my dollar, and I'm walking really smooth in this, y'all. Y'all gonna feel your brother after this. I'm walking really smooth. You see that? Smooth. Check this
My
out.
person got heels on, so they.
Oh, you got with yours. You can have them. Mine's got sneakers on. I got to watch my feet. But I'm understanding how could we, as a collective, kind of put some things together and kind of talk about how we get a little breathing, a little pause in there, how can we help facilitate this numbers game and this scarcity mindset? I ran across something very important, Miss Lady and AK, about breathing room.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a little early, but I'm going to work this thing in it because I got some more things that I want to do. But breathing room. And some bright, beautiful mind came up with an idea, AK, about some breathing room. Now, AK, I'm going to direct this at you. We're going to leave that other person to the side for a minute. They don't have to worry about. But AK, let me ask you this question. And I want to ask you this question, and then I'll segue somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because this stays in verse. This is the current. So if I would ask you, AK, do you need a little breathing room now on some certain things with your dollar? I'm just asking, AK.
Most definitely.
Definitely. Stop right there.
Mhm.
Hey, audience, beautiful souls, listen to me. Can you use some breathing room for your dollar now? Can you? Well, guess what? Miss Lady, can you please elaborate, eloquently describe and narrate what breathing room really is for your dollar?
Well, there were a few things I came across as I was doing my lovely social media research.
Oh,
I
really?
do that because I like to see what's going on so that for our members I can see what is it that I need to create and come up with to assist, because that is actually what our courses are based on.
Oh, we're talking about numbers still. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We are. We still talking about numbers, but
I just
as I was doing my scrolling, I came across a few things, and it had this brilliant idea of, man, it's hot. It's
Really?
hot.
Okay.
It's hot. Prices are going up again, and as I keep saying, the fall is going to be hard, but it's hot now. So as we are preparing for the fall, what is it that we can do now? We are announcing the Buffer Bureau that is coming out, and we are changing and revamping some things for our platform, because as you can see, we have been ramping things up for some things that are coming through. Anybody who's been paying attention, and people have been paying attention, I'm really grateful for that. That is amazing to see. People are paying attention to the fact that numbers matter.
Numbers do matter.
One by itself, not real effective, but when one gets with another one and pile up together, things can happen. And so I said, self, are we? Okay, let's go, Russ. Let's go. So I said, self, you know, how many people play the lottery?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have those analytics in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's a very, very high number. I mean, I can assume that more than 70% of the population.
Does anybody know what the stats are? What are your odds?
Oh my God! You know what? I wish I knew that, because I would really, really dig into the numbers and we'll find out what my odds is. But some of them are in the billions. Some of them are in the,
I just looked it up for you.
So let's hear it.
The odds of hitting the grand prize jackpot by matching all 5 white balls and the mega ball are 1 in 3, 6, 9 numbers. It's 9 digits. Woo! That's what you would say if you were Gen Z, because nobody knows what
in the billions.
Nobody knows what the place values are, man.
I'm glad I studied. I'm glad I understood what a quintillion is. I got up to a quintillion. I did.
We definitely got to address that one.
290.
Yeah, we got to address that one. Yeah, most
290 million.
Woo!
All I'm saying is that's a lot. That's a lot. So I thought about it and I said, all right, how much does that cost now? Because I remember $1 in a dream in New York when I was a wee kid.
Matter of fact,
didn't they just go up last year?
They went up last year, I believe it or not, because I used to play the lotto all the time. And I would go get that, and I used to do another kind of lotto, but we ain't talking about it. Statute of limitations up on that. So, but anyway,
it went up. All right.
It went up.
So I thought about it, and I said, self, what do you get if you lose? Does that money go to your community? Does it help your neighbor? Does it help the school your kid goes to?
Pause.
Not at all.
Do I know where that money went? Last year, I'm pretty sure I every now and again I feel like if God want me to win, right, I got to play at some point, right? All right.
You got to play.
So I'm pretty sure I spent like $40 on that, right? Do I know where my $40 went? Like, can I point at a bus and say that I contributed to somebody getting on that bus? So here's my question. My question is, do you feel better, worse, or bitter when you know you lost?
Woo! Lord have mercy. I had to do a Captain Cesarean on that one. How do you feel, man?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I know how I feel. So I thought about it and I said, what if? Because, I'm all about how do I feel after? Which is the reason why I know I had a conversation with some of my team members. We have a couple of new team members that are coming on. And I know I said that if I catch anybody on my team, and we are definitely moving towards monetization, why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Because I cannot, and my team members who are hosting shows know, and they can vouch for the new team members that when I say that I look out for my team monetarily, even if we are not yet at the point where we are making any money at this point, it comes out of my pocket. So I make sure that they have some gas money. I make sure that they do that. The amount of hours that we spend supporting other people's venues and such, we don't get paid for that. However, I do believe that time is valuable. I do believe that you still have to pay for things. And so I make sure that I look out for them because I believe that time and energy is valuable. However, the things that we do, and they know the amount of time that I put in. I know the amount of time that Angel Kim puts in. She puts a lot of time in, a lot. We have to, with what we are now trying to do to help the community at large. And it's not just writers. I've been saying that all year. People are not listening. With what's coming up, we need everybody.
Everybody.
That's true.
What we're doing is big, and we want to help, not just writers, but we want to help parents. I mean, I'm doing it. I've been in this field 25 years. I do pro bono. I answer my phone at midnight. Somebody can vouch for that. I'm not even giving no names, but literally, my phone rings, I answer it. I help. If you have a child that you are not able to see because the parent, and it's both, doesn't matter which gender it is, doesn't make a difference whether you're binary or non-binary. I help you out. Doesn't matter what state you're in. I got resources. I make it happen. So we got to pay bills in order to make this happen. Now, here's the thing. I know y'all got bills too. And I said, what can we do to make sure that even if you enter something, you put money in, and I want to show you real time, because I know that we, Howard Gardner said theory of multiple intelligence is everybody learns a different way. So how can I show you that if we all put money in, it can multiply? But how can I also show you that even if you don't win, everybody wins?
Yeah.
So I said, all right, that's where breathing room came into play. My question to everybody out there, put in the chat, what would you do with $1,000 right now?
Please do.
Bills.
Say it again.
Bills. What would you do with $1,000 right now if you won $1,000? Literally, mortgage, rent, utilities. Do you need breathing room? If you don't need breathing room, just say that you don't. I done said this in many rooms. Hit me up. I need breathing room.
Yes.
Rosie?
I need breathing room. I know exactly what I would do with $1,000.
Every household needs a certain amount of gallons per person in water.
Yes.
In case something happens. I know that there are a bunch of states, Pennsylvania was one of them, where electricity went out, power went out. There was a neighbor of mine, a neighborhood over, who was out of power for a good week and a half. All I'm saying is, people always plan for Armageddon. They don't plan for 24, 48, 72 hours. What would you do if your power was out for 3 weeks? What would you do if everybody went through the pandemic? What would you do if the trucks weren't able to get to you for 3 weeks and the shelves were empty? What would you do right now? What would you do? So breathing room, $1,000. What would you do with it? I say that because we did put out a teaser. If you have not seen it, you should probably go look at it.
Where can they
find?
We're
not talking about a raffle. We're not talking about a game of chance. I will tell you, since you're here, what we are talking about. There is a rubric. There's a rubric that we're going to put out over the next, I'm not even going to tell you. You're just going to have to literally pay attention, because it'll be out on the school app. It'll be out on Instagram. You've been looking. We're real active. So it's going to be out there. Check out the reel. It's going to tell you something about the numbers. Look at the reel I put out. It's going to it actually tells you what you need to know, to be honest. Hint, hint. But what would you do? Now, what I just asked you is part of what you need to do. You don't have to write an essay. It ain't even got to be a page. This is not school. But we want to know, what would you do with it? Now, you got to invest in your own future. So $25. I don't have it. Okay, then I guess you don't smoke anything. You don't drink anything. You don't buy Starbucks coffee. You don't do none of that. You don't eat snacks then, because I done been to the store and it's $5 for Chips Ahoy cookies. God dang it!
Well, truthfully, facts.
So. What happens to the money, you say? What happens to the money? Now, we have to have a minimum amount of people who actually participate. What happens to it? Oh, I'm going to tell you up front. You already know. I ain't come out of nowhere. You already know. We gonna put it out ahead of time before we even get a single solitary entry. You're gonna know exactly what's gonna go, where it's gonna go, who it goes to, and what happens to the $1,000 is one winner for that. It's actually, so you saw it said 1888. The last 888. Oh yeah, every date, every price, every digit that we come up with go all the way through the archives. At some point, there's going to be some sort of a prize for somebody who figures out what all of our numbers mean at some point in time. Have fun with that one. The 888. So the grand prize winner gets the $1,000 in cash that goes to your landlord, mortgage company, utility company, whatever company. You owe a loan to somebody, company, not Leroy, not Bobo, not Tony, not Tyrone, okay? Like an actual company. Like this, that gets paid to a company, okay? Because we are trying to encourage fiscal responsibility. Don't play with me. Anyway, so so there is an actual, don't give me the line Sunday morning. It's all in the paperwork, but there's a 12-month Buffer Bureau membership that is going to be on the Stay Zen platform. What is that, you ask? All the details will be out on that, but I will tell you what it does help you with. It helps with that fiscal responsibility we were talking about, and there's a whole lot that goes with that. That is the actual value of that membership, and then there's that $300 consultation fee that is built in with that. So that's the non-cash prize and the $1,000 cash prize that goes to that breathing room. No,
That's
Stay Zen
amazing.
is not, Stay Zen is not eligible. Don't even ask me. Somebody did ask me. No. How is it? We're actually going to have a couple of people who are not affiliated. There is somebody who has not been asked. He already knows he's going to be asked, so don't even ask. Non-biased people who are going according to a rubric. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the people who I know, there's a bunch of folk who already talked to me. I am loving my CS Cam family, because I talked to some folks who some of the parents at the parade yesterday, and they were like all for just donating. And I am so excited about that, because that is what I'm talking about. Like, they were so excited just because I was so excited. Like, I'm like, there's somebody is coming out of this. But hold on though. But wait, there's more. Because if you just donate the 25 because you're like, I love what you guys are doing, because I see y'all supporting, and I know that y'all got bills to pay, and EDJ does need to pay for all these things that she needs, and yeah, y'all got grandkids, and oh my gosh, yes, gas is expensive. Guess what though? There's a whole separate thing for you guys, because we understand, and this is great. All the things that we're doing, because like I said, we're changing our platform. We're changing that school app. It is, again, not writers, y'all still got a spot. Y'all got a whole corridor. Love and Lyrics is going nowhere. Love and Lyrics is still there with the prompts and everything y'all have is just getting shifted over. We are moving to what our actual whole Stay Zen purpose is. Scriptura is still there. Aftertongue is still there. We are actually, Big Crave is going to be hosting more than just what he's doing now. He actually has a whole nother lane. Wait for it. It's coming up. He got a whole nother lane that he is responsible for. It's a whole, you're going to love it. We got 2 new hosts coming up. Like literally the things we're doing, we got, y'all are here now. So I'm just saying, we got some land that we're getting. Okay. Like when I say we're doing big things, when I say that we got to recirculate this dollar, when I'm putting this stuff out, y'all need to go back and check it out, because we're telling you what we're doing, and everybody is going to benefit from it. So we got to get together on this. So community, why does it matter even if you don't win? Because there are 6 things that are going to be community based. So your $25, even if you don't win, it goes towards 6 unlocks. So for every level that we get to, every so many people that we have, I have the numbers down. Don't expect me to have everything in my head. I'm not AI. I know y'all think I am, but I'm not. But every time we get to a new level, it unlocks something else. It will unlock a specific playlist. It will unlock a whole workshop. Okay. It will. Why did we not do a certain amount of things? Because we were planning for this. We've been planning for this for a long time. A lot of this stuff has been 5, 10, 15 years in the making. I just needed the right team and we needed the right cause. We needed the right time. This is the time. Anthology, yes, it's still coming out. We had to wait for some folks to send us their stuff. So we don't do things half behind. So we unlock a certain amount of things ever so often. As we unlock them, they become available to the community. Mm-hmm. What is the value of the unlocks? That's coming out as well. We already put on the school app what we've done so far. It looks impressive, don't it? Because we have been doing it. The next thing that comes out is going to be a total number of the community service hours that we have done since we started. Mm-hmm. And that is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. I love all of you. I need some water. I'm going to turn it right back over to Big Crave. Like I said, be on the lookout. We love this. We do it because we love it. I've been in the field for over 25 years. I have 3.5 degrees. She has the other 3.5. Crave got all these years of experience in the community, doing the stuff and the things. That's our vet over there. And then we have a couple of other members on the team. Love you all. I'm going to get my water.
Yes, get your water, darling. So eloquently put. So, AK, I want to ask this question. You know, we're winding down.
Okay.
And I'm just going to pose a question. It's not an answer. It's not an answer. I want to know, and I'm putting this out there for our loyal people to come, and all those that will hear it. What conversations are we not having, and what are we postponing? Number one. It's just a question, no answer. Mm-hmm. I need you, AK, to put a question out there. Just a question, no answer. This is for our people. This is for the ones who come to Stays In. This is for the ones that join us on Sundays. My question was, what conversations have you been postponing with yourself? That's mine. What's yours?
My question is,
Got to think on it, huh?
My question is, how can we as parents open communication with our children more and be more effective to where they are thriving now, are thriving, period. Because all I see now are videos of kids crashing out in classrooms.
Say that. Leave it right there. Leave it right there. Leave it right there. I know that I want to go so bad. You opened up. Ooh. Time. Right now, I want to say this. As a host here, this thing will speak for itself. Mm-hmm. The information is here. The content is here. And it goes where it needs to go. Before I really sign off, and I'm not going to sign off as of yet, what kind of housekeeping do we have, AK?
Man, join the school app and you'll see a number of things that are coming up in the community. Mm-hmm. Right now, Tuesdays, tap in with the beautiful Miss Kim Mosby Summers, also known as Treating You Sweet on IG, where she does an open mic cipher. That's at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have the next move every second and fourth Thursday of the month. That's with you. That's at 5 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's on Clubhouse. We have Empathy Saves the Species. That's with Miss Lady and Russ. That's on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, as well as the Wounded Poets Brigade on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. There's so much going on in the community, so much going on. So definitely tap in. We're already setting up for my and Nate's Next Heart Truth for
Mm.
July. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
It's gonna
good
be
one.
a good one. So yeah, definitely tap in with us. I'm not gonna go down a list, but there is one major thing that we do have going on right now.
Oh, and what would that
You ready to
be?
talk about that?
Yes, we are ready to
The
talk.
Black Ice National Spoken Word Awards,
Yes,
and our whole team is winning right now.
our
What?
whole team is winning, man.
What? Our
What?
whole team is winning. Tell them what you are nominated for. My
I
brother.
am nominated for Best Spiritual Poet, category number 15, and number 3 is, I believe, Entertainer, Stage Entertainer, something like that.
Best National Spoken Word Entertainer
Entertainer
of the year.
Entertainer of the Year.
Mhm.
And it is such a privilege for me to be in this space. And I believe our other co-host,
Miss Lady,
Miss
yes,
Lady,
she's nominated.
she's nominated for
Number
Best-
18,
18 Best Storyteller, right? Is that
Best
correct?
Storyteller.
Best-
Malcolm Jamal Warner,
Warner.
Storyteller of the Year.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, Best Storyteller Award. Miss Lady has been nominated for that. Also, we got even a special one. Come on.
EDJ.
EDJ.
What? Baby girl is number 12 on the nomination ballot for Best Youth Poet from the age of 13 to 19.
Yes.
Come on. What?
Come on, man.
What?
Oh, wow.
I'm loving it. We got our beautiful Tiara Nicole,
Yes.
who has been nominated also. What was hers? And I know it off the top of my head, but I just went blank. But she's been nominated also on the ballot. What is it? Up and coming poet.
Up and coming poet, I believe.
Number
it is.
16.
16, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, Rising Star. That's what it is.
Rising
Star. I had to think of. So that's number 16.
Mhm.
And then me.
Yes.
I have been nominated. I'm blessed to be in 3 different categories. Which is number 2, Best Spoken Word Female. I'm honored. Number 3, Best Entertainer of the Year, and number 22, Overcomer of the Year.
Yes.
Now, for whatever reason, they have me down with 2 different names, which is my poet name, Southern Soul. So for number 2 and 3, it's under Southern Soul, and then number 22 is under Angel Kim. So if you vote for me, that's what you have to look for. But we are pushing for my brother right here, Big Crave.
Yes, and it's under Lyrical Exodus for Big Crave, y'all.
Yes, I just want to say for lyrical.
Make sure you understand. It's still me, the Lyrical Exodus or Mississippi. When you see Mississippi, that's me, Lyrical Exodus.
Right. And the same with
Category
Garland,
3 and
Texas, that's
15.
me.
And Garland, Texas, and Miss Lady for this. Pittsburgh. It's just so beautiful to see you guys.
But you know what? Congratulations to everyone that is on the
everyone.
Period.
Yeah.
Because we do have some allies on there as well. Miss Nita Chase. We have Poppy's Poetry Corner on there. We got Small House on there. We got so many allies on there. Wallace Reed is on there. Geronimo. I can go down the list all day. Lady K. But go vote. That's the biggest thing. You can vote daily. You can vote on multiple devices. But vote daily.
Yeah.
Just vote daily.
And it's important to the culture, man.
It really is. Support these poets that are out here.
Support the culture, man. And the culture is very important. And we definitely request your vote. But for all of the nominees, we thank you. I want to leave you with this. Definitely, I want to leave you with this. I would like to thank each and every one of you for spending your time with us. Your time and your space is very important to us. And we will do our best. We will make a commitment to that, giving you quality, abundant way of thinking and knowing. And I appreciate it. My co-hosts appreciate you. And we're going to carry this current very well. Okay. And with that, We will see you next Sunday, 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, and we'll be right in here. What is this? Stays in Verse, Crossfade Commons, and this is the current, and we are out. Love you to life, baby.
Verse, voice, and witness. Another Stays in production. Leave with your name, live.